Ready? Something I want to talk about.
Greetings. I may be a bit literally sick for like a week now, so my delivery may be a bit different in this whole video. The weather is so nice here in the Philippines. Anyways, new Madonna release, and I am really excited for this album in a while. Confessions on the Dance Floor is my all-time favorite Madonna album. You can go check out, as I already reviewed it on my channel before. It is found on my past era reviews playlist, or on the top right corner of this video. When she said she's going to release a sequel album to Confessions, I am equally excited and scared. Usually, sequel albums kind of had a bad rap since it does not live up to the original. But with Madonna making one with original producer Stuart Price, we are getting some spice. Now, without further hesitation, let us bring ourselves to the dance floor with Confessions 2.
I feel so free.
This is literally Future Lover's sister right here. We open up with Madonna confessing on how she creates different personas. Worried about fitting in with others, the dance floor became her safe haven for an almost ritualistic freedom.
That's why I like to go dancing. Safety in numbers.
Similar to Future Lovers, she samples Donna Summer's I Feel Love with the most part of the track, referencing both tracks in a monologue of expression rather than an invitation from Future Lovers. I think what works well is the balance of both spoken word and lovely vocals from Madonna herself, making an ethereal opening to this journey. I got a taste from when was this released. I find this song magnetic in a way, and I'm sure modern music listeners would appreciate this as a first Madonna welcome.
Good for the soul.
We are transcending right now. Good for the Soul is expressing to not forget on love, as it is essential for one's transcendence. She really gets astrological in the verses, adding a spiritualistic experience.
Don't forsake, go, the love will die.
Musically, it is a hit in terms of being synths rising from below. Imagine an electronic dance bop, perfect for an undeniable club visit.
To explain.
Her vocals goes into that low register in the chorus part. It is like chanting with everyone dancing around.
The ones that you love will keep you up.
Love Good for the Soul as a follow-up from I Feel So Free. It continues the evolutionary experience proceeding here.
One step away from your freedom.
I am living for this track. One step away tackles on obtaining freedom, which is a wild road to bear. In the dance floor body language, she is hopeful to one day get the salvation, especially from the oppressed.
Understand your silence in the drama deep inside.
The leading synth evolving towards the majority of the song really massages my brainwaves. I've never been more therapied, as well as blessed with the piano finish at the end. I love her vocals in the track. She is so matriarch. The third verse with the freedom enunciation feels as a call with casting emotions. Absolutely love the motif we are going on from this album. One Step Away adds to the call to action thought from the two tracks previously. What an unexpected duo. Bring Your Love shares the intentions of both artists' joy on making music with love as their main core. Expressing the troubles of being women in the industry, they empower one another with exchanges. Sonically, it transcends into a general dance pop from the rest of the catalog. It does both suit their energies and match the palatable dance pop. Their voices really match with each other in a generational context, blend together to share the sentiments in a captivating and catchy manner.
I made the sacrifice.
This is another single material and I do like the sound of this one. It pairs both energies from the past and present pop ideas.
Everybody get up and dance.
Blast from the past. Danceteria is literally for the books as this is a legacy Madonna staple. It brings her back to the club where she started her career, name dropping all the people she met, Vogue style. It is an ode and a piece of nostalgic appreciation.
Get on the elevator. I run into 𝕊𝕠𝕤𝕚𝕤𝕐𝕗.
The production goes hard as the song progresses, implementing sound effects to give immersion. At the end of the track, I was like, music, how I have missed you. She made a callback to the verses similar to the Vogue song, and it was such a moment to witness. She keeps on going to the end to match the tempo, which goes impressive instantly.
Nile Rodgers and David Byrne. B-52s had money to burn.
This song is such a journey, and I heard influences from her past work. The music era of the tracks, I would assume as well.
Read my lips.
Of course, we need a Latin moment in her album. Read My Lips is looking at this troubled love in a mature and understanding way. She says her lover is broken and urges to confront her about his lies.
You like to be a bully. You like to always win.
The Spanish guitar is a nice, diverse touch from the club bangers we had so far. This has a more chill and narrative atmosphere to slow things down a bit. Her vocals goes back into her lower register, and I love her ad-libs. Feid's feature also adds to the complexity on the song.
Or just broken.
I never realized I go back to the song more often. It is so catchy, I cannot believe no one is hyping this up compared to the others.
Everything is crystallized. No.
Everything is everything. She's literally screaming at her faces telling us to go outside and dance. It is kind of a funny concept, but in this contemporary time, why is it so relevant though? The production goes into the extremes, literally acid house on your face. The anticipations drops, the random guitar break. It does everything.
Why you always make me feel so bad about myself?
The vocals match the gradual increase in the song to shred light. The vocoder layers adds to the grittiness of the sonics. Maybe one of her most chaotic bunch on the album, but I fuck with it. I do play it from time to time, just for the vibes.
With your love sensation, love sensation.
Another banger alert. Love Sensation is love at first sight, to be honest. It is essentially how love lifts her up in the club setting pretty much. I suppose this is the most confessions on a dance floor coded track in the album. The disco synths and the driving beats are hypnotic to the ears. Her vocals pertain a catchy hook, but the heavily infectious backing vocals on the track what supersedes. I love the pop dance pureness of the track in particular. I keep coming back to Love Sensation. It is just a feel-good song. The powers of it are immaculate to disclose.
Love without words. Love without words.
This is an underrated gem. Love Without Words calls back to the first 3 tracks, where the club is a place of sweat and surrender. Body language evokes love as a signature meaning, and as a form of communication.
Free yourself in love is on the other side.
The production ties in with the trancey undertone, evolving as it goes. I quite love the drops given in the song, makes you want to dance away. She mostly spoke the refrain, but her vocals shine through delivering the verses as well. The echoing final verse leading to the refrain feels so transcendental.
It makes our heads turn.
From the moment I heard this track, I expected it to be an underrated one. In fact, I love the composition and anticipation the most of it.
Yeah, only love can be so bizarre.
What an impressive instant. 𝕬𝕤 recollects the memory from a past Hollywood lover who did not work out well, feeling weirdly about the love as a whole with instances of temptation and rush.
I guess you're threatened by me. You won't admit it.
The production feels a bit 𝕊𝕤𝕚𝕚 to me, which I have yet to review. Martin Garrix really produced it infectiously with the EDM works, translated into modern pacing and length. Catchy and well delivered in the chorus department, probably a song you would sing to once you heard it a few times.
Love can be so bizarre.
𝕬𝕤 is such a sleeper hit in the whole experience so far. This is single worthy in my opinion. School is a wild one. Madonna is open to learn on new things but expresses her confidence in her drive and ambition. There's a combination of the dance floor and the bedroom, if you know what I mean. I am surprised with the production of the song actually. I did not expect it to go to trippy territory with the pulsating beats and synths. Her voice is so sultry with the talking and singing, plus those reverb vocals expresses in low-key, sinister and tempting manner. I did not like School at first, but the more I listen to it, the better it gets. I must say I prefer this to the majority of the risque songs on the Rebel Heart album. Fragile has an important message. This is a song dedicated to her brother who has passed away. Despite their differences and hurts, they still stand together thick and thin. The production switches up into these last few tracks. She is more confessional with her words and incorporates catchiness with her personal emotions. I love the addition of the song on the album. Everyone is also fond of the song on how it pulls on the heartstrings. This is kind of another throwback. My Sins Are My Savior recognizes Madonna's flaws as an empowering thing in her life. She's not a perfect person and the whole narrative is such a reflective piece of her inner mind.
I was not lost. I was just broken.
The instrumentals screams 90s Madonna to a T. I find it soothing and loungy, reminiscent to her laid-back tracks as a whole. Definitely vocally different from her one so far. I love the addition of 𝕊𝕤𝕚𝕚's verses. She has spoken word paired with layered vocals, seething through as tasty ambient chants. Similar to School, this song grew on me the more I listened to it. There's something so captivating on Madonna's catalog, honestly.
This is a story of betrayal.
Betrayal is such a vibe. This song is about a relationship with her stepmother, resolving the conflict of having a parent who has also passed away. The dramaticness of the whole instrumentals are what makes the song so different. The horns paired with the piano makes a haunting atmosphere. Her vocals are modified and gave an eerie essence. I do not return to this one as much, but I appreciate it equally as Fragile.
I know they try to put us to the test.
mother-daughter bonding time. The test is so special as it is a conversation between Madonna and her daughter Lourdes. They are in sync to make a sort of a sequel to Little Star in Ray of Light, working on each other's perspectives and understanding them well. I love the vibes of the instrumentals as well as their harmonious vocals. Again, not much listening time, but appreciated.
For a Lower East Side girl.
What a way to close a project. LES Girl, or also known as Lower East Side Girl, is looking into Madonna's past on remembering a lover. She remembers him well, but they are not meant to be leading her to this path she is on today. I think this is an ode to herself and her start. The production is so stripped back than most on the album and brings the message across. Her sweet vocals really tied it in all together. It is such an iconic song to end to. Are we going to include this? Okay. Hot Sauce is an interesting bonus track. It reminds me of Hard Candy's Spanish lesson, which is definitely an experience. I know there is a hung-up callback on the production as well. I didn't know, this is just a fun tongue-in-cheek one. It is not one of her worst, but definitely a camp entry, which I would divert from this whole album experience. We have finally concluded Confessions 2. I love it so much. Not going to lie, why is it better thematically than the original? Do not get me wrong, the it factor of the original remains undefeated, but the strengths which surpasses the original seems to be leaning onto a seamless progression and the album's overall message. Lyric-wise, it is much more expanded when it progresses track by track. Like the original Confessions on a Dance Floor were sounding broad than the sequel album. She really put the confessions in confessions, both on and off the dance floor. In the musical sense, production produces a fresh sound whilst paying homage to her earlier works. I hear music from Danceteria, MDNA from Bizarre, and her 90s stuff from My Sins Are My Savior, and the whole majority on the latter half of the album. There are synths all throughout with gradual release, yet mixed with experimental things on the side. I love how she ventures into different genres of sound in a nutshell. Her vocals are great, especially in some important moments, such as final verses. In short, Madonna is back and here to produce her legacy as she goes on with her music. I just love the album, and the more I listen to it, there are some new favorites. Anyways, here is my overall ranking and rating. The visuals are mainly garnered onto the short film prior to the release of the album. I will mainly focus on this film alone because it does capture the whole essence of the era. It only teases up to the first 6 tracks on the album, starting off with Madonna in a chair as these camera women are breaking in to quote-unquote capture her. I Feel So Free evidently plays in the background as the white spotlight finally shines Madonna on her face. The camera shifts into a wormhole of space and time to outside. In Good for the Soul, the image forever engraves into the mind. There are green lasers coming out of everyone's crotch area, which is equally bizarre and iconic. Madonna walks through these people with lasers all around her in wet grounds. She also glows out a portal connecting onto the next visual. One Step Away opens with the monologue and Madonna on a rain-soaked glass. She's then showed with 2 separate clips where she is dancing on top of a table, spinning in vertigo. Another of her driving recklessly in the car where she tosses her orange hair, alluding to the persona of the original album. She crashes her car and nonchalantly goes into the club. There she transforms to her younger self as Julia Garner for a bit, which is supposed to be on her denied biopic. Bring Your Love comes in as Sabrina enters the picture. In a sea of people and flashing lights and cameras, Madonna is seen floating up in the air with glee. She then steps off into the restroom where she gets into her next visual. Danceteria magically switches Madonna into a colorful outfit where everyone starts to get freaky, with grinder placement on the stalls and familiar guest stars piling up the whole bathroom. In the end, everybody dances with such style and fun. Everybody stops and she knocks onto a mirror, transcending into Read My Lips. Madonna dances into rotating screens as Feid sits on the center. Kind of conceptual in portraying the song. The glass shatters at some point and we return to the I Feel So Free segment. We see her daughter Lourdes as one of the camera women. They do random things as Madonna graces the TV onto the outro. This perfectly captures the momentary exquisiteness of this event. I find the visuals to be showcased as new form of environment in modern day clubbing. Seamlessly projected the common idea of transcendence, dance, and confessions as a whole. Definitely love the portrayal of the sequences and gave the album a fantastical showcase. Let's do the album cover. I love this one looking similar and paying homage to the original. The original Confessions has a more glamorous and extra pose memorized by Madonna fans. Her in the stance in particular is relaxed, covering her face with a pink veil alluding to the mystery to the album. She is placed on top of stylized speakers and only her legs as skin showing, recognizing the dance aspect of the album from the start. The pink and the purple color palette dominated and diluted in comparison to the original Confessions, which was saturated. I think my only nitpick is the typography, but overall I think the cover is stunning. The original Confessions is extroverted in tone, but this one feels as reserved and indeed confessional. I had to tread lightly on searching some pictures because there is so much AI stuff in this era regarding photo shoots. Downside aside, Madonna has a different approach when it comes to the visuals and the outfits for Confessions too, exuding a dramatic definition of confession and marrying some aspects of the original album. She wears jackets, stockings, gloves, bodysuits, and mainly her shades. I love how gorgeous her hairstyle in these cemented looks, wavy, similar to her previous eras as a staple. Her makeup is mostly simple with eyeliner and lip. Her outfits are the most in showcasing the whole attitude. The dance floor diva never went out of style. Now let me share my top 5 from this era. The Read My Lips outfit from the film is heavily underrated. I love everything in the ensemble, from the hair to the corset to the gloves. It has this touch of red and matches the energy of the song. The necklace is the superstar as a statement mark. She did perform live to promote, and what a way to pay homage to the original. I see the sorry look from the main corset and the hung-up jacket in silver, paired with matching boots to fit the overall vibe. The styling with her hair with shades as accessories are blends of nostalgia and new form. There's not much to say on this album cover other than it being an iconic set piece. The star of the show is the pink veil covering most of her, yet has visible, distinct pieces. The lace bodysuit with the gorgeous necklace is superb. Her legs consisting of purple socks and heels. The absolute glorious theme statement. She had this shoot from Vogue Italy, and I love the concept of it. The peachiness of the whole color scheme may be a bit too much, but the posing kind of is the central vibe. The bodysuit has leg warmers together with heels. Her makeup is also reminiscing of the old Confessions. Definitely a lovely one. Okay, the unexpected moment from the Danceteria music video may be my absolute favorite. It reminded me of the original album in a way, shining even brighter. The textured light blue dress with matching blue jewelry. It is campy in a way that it reminds me of the original Confessions hair, but made its own look. A stunner if I do say so. What do I think of the Confessions 2 album? Not just the sequel, but rather a legacy staple of Madonna's journey as an artist. The Queen of Pop really introduced her history of a catalog, lyrically more in-depth than the original Confessions. All dance from the start, Confessions on the latter. With Stuart Price, together made magic in production. The blend of synth and electro dance pop with other experimental subgenres. Vocally diverse as the whole project. There are narrative, playful, and ecstatic deliveries of her voice. The dancing queen has returned once more, and she has something to say. She actually confessed to her one and only expression in the dance of life. I love this album to bits. I vibe in both of the original and the sequel, but in terms of no skips, it is possibly Confessions 2. What are your thoughts and favorites from the album? Let me know if you want more Madonna album reviews in the future. Feel free to like and subscribe for more era reviews, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you and have a lovely and sensational of a day.
Now I wanna feel it.